please. I did finish my sweater. Yay! It's here on the ironing board. So I'm going to show you that it's not scary to steek. But before I do that, I am going to turn the camera around and I want to show you the two different button choices that I have. And then you guys can weigh in on what you like for the button choices. So here we go. There we go. I think that will be good, that now you can see. So there's my sweater. So we have these lovely glass buttons that are gray. I kind of like these because I think that they'll stick out. And then I have a series of 5 of these kind of buttons. Let's see, there it is. Each one is different. They're all that brassy tone, and they kind of look nice there. So you can see them a little bit there. And I'll post a picture in the comments as well. Let's see if I can make it. Okay, there's my sweater again. So 2 different kinds of buttons. I'd like you to tell me what you think. This is the closest grosgrain ribbon that I have. It's not totally perfect, but I don't think I want to go to Joann's. So we'll see about that. Here we go. Putting my buttons aside, putting my ribbon aside. The ribbon is to secure the ends on my steek here, that it looks different. And you know what? I should have shown you this too. So before I blocked this, I went down and put in the crochet here that is going to, let me make sure you can see the crochet, that stabilizes the stitches. Now what I didn't understand when I was doing this was that this is a really bumpy stitch, so it's kind of weird. I think it's going to be a little bit bumpy here, so we'll just see. I may have to put a button band that I really don't want, just to kind of even it out. So here we go. Let me make sure you can see okay. There we go. Okay. I've got my best scissors. And when I did this steek, it was 2 purl stitches in there. So I'm going to cut down the center of those stitches. Here we go. Apparently I can't talk and cut at the same time. Dun, da, da, da. Here we go. I'm going to turn you around again. I just cut open my sweater. Dun, da, da, da. And as you can see, people are so worried that it's going to fray. No, I've got a cut edge there. But it is all stabilized by my crochet stitch. And then I will fold this down and further stabilize it with my ribbon. So it is perfect. I'm going to try it on. I'll lower this down a little bit. This is the first steek sweater that I did, and it was a thrift store sweater. I've told you that story. I've taken the class. I think I started this, I want to say that I started this in November. So that wasn't too bad for the slowest knitter in the world. And yeah, I think I like it. And just to recap, if you haven't been here before, this is my Fibershed sweater. All the colored bits are naturally dyed by me. Sweater is done. I should also tell you when I was blocking it, because this is not next to the Skin Soft. This is itchy. And so what I did to soften it up was I soaked it really well for my blocking. And then I put in a little bit of vinegar in there. It's supposed to soften things up. Then I turned it inside out, and I took some heavy duty cream rinse that I have that's for old ladies, for people with gray hair, I should say. And so on the inside, and I rubbed it all over the inside, and I let that stay and soak for probably a half an hour. And then I rinsed it all out, blocked it out, let it dry. The next thing that I had heard of is that with itchy sweaters, sometimes it works to put them in the freezer. So I folded it up and I put it in the freezer. I don't know that that did any real difference. I have to say it's still itchy. I can feel it through, well, I'm trying to pull down my sleeves here on the inside. With a sweater underneath, it's fine. And I do notice that since doing that, that touching it on the outside, it has softened up. It's more pliable than when I was just knitting it. So that is my sweater. The pattern is shifty, but again, I changed the yarn, I changed the needle, and I made it a steek. I put a steek in there because I don't like pullovers. We'll see you next Thursday, if not before. And so in the meantime, happy making.